welcome back for another book review. Today we are here with this little tiny one. So this is Love Spells, Rituals and Incantations for Getting the Relationship You Want by Shawn Engel. It's from Cosmopolitan, so teeny tiny book, but here we are. So this book, as the title would suggest, goes over like love spells, but also it goes into like, you know, self-love and handling breakups, obviously spicy time, you know, you got a little bit of everything in here, and it is definitely small, but surprisingly, I liked it. I know. Cosmopolitan, teeny tiny, no sources, but listen, I fully anticipated hating this book. I really went into this and was like, all right, you're just gonna suck, aren't you? It's gonna be trendy. It's gonna be stupid. It's gonna be a magazine. I was so ready to hate this book. And like, I was already mad to begin with because it was like, the like publication page is at the back of the book, and it's just like the random little nuance things of books that bothers me immensely when I have to hunt for my publication page. But here we are. I actually liked it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. So surprisingly, again, this book was actually very well written. I really thought I was going to hate this book, but I actually liked it. So it goes over a lot of different stuff, and like I said, it's got like, you know, it talks about like the basics of magic. It also talks about self-love, starting a relationship, maintaining a relationship, spicy time. It also has like handling a breakup, and there's just a lot of stuff in this little tiny book, and I do feel like it's more aimed at beginners, but you definitely want to know a little bit more than like he's like, just like cast a circle. And it's like, you should probably know a little more technique behind that, but like, actually it was so good. I was really, really surprised. I ended up actually finding a few things that I want to try. Like there was a sigil making thing, and I've never been particularly great at sigil making because like, my creative talent does not lie in my ability to draw things and come up with things visually and like transfer that from brain to page. I'm not good at it. I'm just, it's not a skill of mine. At most, it's like sometimes I can like decorate a space kinda, but even then it's not like interior designer level. It's just like for my own chaotic needs and, you know, whatever. But this little wheel thing, it shows you how to make a sigil, and you like take like the phrase or word, and then you like, it has like the letters in like a circle thing, and then you like connect the dots basically. And it obviously, if it's like multiples of like for like success, you would drop like the double S's. And I don't know, I really was impressed with it. There's a lot of other spells that I'm like intrigued actually by. And the rituals and spells definitely vary, so it's not just the same repeated thing. Like I found some that it's like cool, but also it's like the same format. It's varied, which is really nice. One of the really big things that I loved about this is he constantly is pushing consent. There's a couple times where you're like, did we forget? Did we forget? But like, also he's mentioned it so many times that like, maybe you should just know better. Maybe it gets a little different, you know, like I think it was like a honey jar one where you put like your intended's name, and it's like, I guess maybe if you're like in a relationship, you know, but like, I don't know, on a whole, he really is constantly pushing consent, which is huge, especially for this kind of a book. And again, I really thought I was going to hate it going into it. I was just prepared. It's gonna be a terrible book. It's small. It's from Cosmopolitan of all things. Like, it's just gonna be a trendy, tiny little stupid book, and I was gonna hate it. And now I might actually end up getting myself a copy, which I did not anticipate at all. So I would definitely recommend it if you are more of a beginner witch and you're not used to doing love spells. I think this is a good collection to have. I do think you need to learn a bit more about witchcraft before you like have this be like your first book. I think you might need to research a little bit more. You know, pick up a Deborah Blake book, like spellcrafting in particular, her latest one, Llewellyn's Little Book of Spellcrafting. I think that's going to kind of hold your hand into it for specifically how to do spells. Obviously, Penzak series is a good place to start, but those take some time. So, you know, most people aren't going to have the patience to wait But yeah, it's a really surprisingly actually good book. I did not anticipate that. So anyways, I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you want to support me and get access to exclusive content, it's patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, blessed be.